I chose this video on Skillshare called Photoshop for Lunch, Surreal Collage Effects. The purpose of this video was to get you designing kind of like Julia Geyser. Here are some examples of her work. And you can tell with the slicing effect she used in the vintage photography, her images give off a really surreal feel. This video suggested using resources from this website, vintageprintable.swivelchairmedia.com, and I think it's a great resource. It has vintage stock drawings and photography like this one. I chose this rainbow trout to use for my project, so now I'm going to switch over to Photoshop, where I have my rainbow trout and my lemon image that I plan on splicing together. We're going to start with this rainbow trout image, and you're going to unlock your background and duplicate the layer. You can go ahead and turn off that copy layer and start working on your original layer. The first thing you're going to do is use your lasso tool to select around that fish, and you're only going to get that shadow in there too. Now you can do layer new, layer via cut, and that's going to cut that fish shape out of there. But now you're left with this big gaping hole, so click on that layer and use your magic wand tool to select that shape. Now you can go to Edit, Fill, make sure Content Aware is on, and hit OK. That's going to fill in that shape. You can turn on your fish and click back on that layer. Make sure you deselect that shape around there. Your next step is to use your pen tool to separate the front of the fish from the back. You're going to want to start on this edge right here and create a curved shape, because that's what a fish would look like if it was cut with a lemon in it. Make sure that shape is smooth, and then go ahead and just select around your entire front of your fish. Now you need to turn that pen tool into a path, so you're going to come over to your Paths tab, click on this work path, and then hit Load Path as a selection. Once you have that, again, you're going to go up to Layer New, Layer via Cut. And if you go back to your layers, now you're going to see that you have successfully separated your front from your tail end. Your next step is to separate them by going to your Move tool. You're going to hold down your Shift key so that they remain parallel to each other. Going to move your tail end a little bit away. You can go ahead and turn off your front end, and you're about to start working with your lemon. So switch over to your lemon, and you're going to use your magic wand tool again, your quick selection, to just grab that lemon real quick, and then go up to Edit, Copy, go back to your rainbow trout layer, and you're going to hit Paste. Edit, Paste. So now you need to hit your Move tool again, and you're going to get your transform controls on. Again, if you don't see these, make sure your Show Transform Controls is clicked on up here. So go ahead and resize this image. You can hold Shift down to make sure that the width and height are equal, but you're going to eventually have to start messing with this image and skewing it a little bit, because that would naturally be how this angle would turn out. But you can't get that look exactly, so you need to go up to Edit, Transform, Warp, and then you can really start getting this lemon how it should look to fit in with your fish. Alright, I'm thinking that looks pretty good. So go ahead and click off, and it's going to say apply the transformation, yes. Now you can zoom out and kind of see how it's starting to look. Put your face back in there. Maybe you're going to want to move this, get back on your face layer and move this back a little. Oop, but then you have to put it in front. There you go. Now the next thing you need to do is you need to start filling back in this shadow. So create a new layer. Grab your stamp tool right here, zoom in a little bit, and you hold Option down when you want to sample an area. Now you've got this nice blue to fill in. Alright, and as you keep doing that, eventually you're going to get your picture to look like this, and that's what you're going for. Turned out pretty cool.